Rideshare drivers packing heat, keeping that thing on you. You know what I'm talking about. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Now, I often talk about the fact that I strongly believe you should be armed on every trip with every passenger every single damn time. However, this is coming to you from an actual news story of a rideshare driver down in Fayette County, Georgia, having his pistol taken from him. So we're going to be talking about packing heat because I do strongly believe you should never drive unarmed. Driving unarmed is driving risky. A lot of us drivers face nefarious, awful endings because you never know who the hell is in your vehicle. After all, transporting passengers means dealing with a stranger on every single transaction. What could go wrong? Now, in this case, the driver actually had his firearm in a damn fanny pack. These four idiots, all in their 20s, decided to steal his gun and run off. They actually got away with it. But this driver reported it to the authorities. They were able to track these folks down and retrieve his weapon, plus or minus a few arrests. Now, lucky this driver got his firearm back. Lucky they didn't decide to use it on him to take his whole damn car. We know carjackings are quite frequent in ride sharing. Hell of a lot of drivers get their entire car stolen, if not their lives. A lot of us died. So what we're going to talk about is carrying firearms while driving. Where's the best place to be armed while you're driving? That shit should be on your person. You should have the firearm on your body. Last thing you need to do if somebody's trying to choke you out from behind, or they're beating all about the side of your damn face, sitting next to you, where you got to grab a fanny pack and unzip some shit to take a firearm out. It should be on your person, ready to go. Now, that's a variety of locations. It could be on you, appendix carry, it could be on your side, on your hip. You could be some type of shoulder holster under a jacket. It could also be on your ankle. My humble advice is I prefer the non-dominant leg as an ankle holster. Fact is, if you got it on your hip, passengers sitting beside you can see the firearm, and that can lead to folks reporting you, getting you deactivated, and a host of other issues. So I don't believe in having any type of weapon where the passengers can see it. It does frighten some passengers. We've had drivers get reported, leading to deactivations. And also, if you do happen to get someone in your car that's looking to do you wrong, advertising that you're armed tells that individual the first thing I need to do is disarm this person. There's no shortage of armed citizens in public, open carrying, that have had their pistols snatched off their hips, and they were ultimately threatened with their own damn gun. Even in society, I'm not a big fan of open carry. I know a lot of folks may be watching, may disagree, but I don't like the attention, and it obviously removes any element of surprise that you may have. Now you're letting the criminal know to complete your mission, be prepared to be in a gunfight or disarm the person. You don't want to televise any of that information. You want that criminal to find out you got a gun when you're taking shots at his ass. So I do believe in maintaining the element of surprise. But in the vehicle while driving, I'll tell you why I suggest your non-dominant leg. Someone comes from behind, because there's a hell of a lot of videos of passengers either behind punching the driver to the side of the face or putting you in a headlock. If you have it on your non-dominant leg, even if you're being pulled to the back of the vehicle, it's really easy to lift up your knee and pull that firearm from an ankle holster, and then you can get to work. You can perhaps do the same if it's on your hip. Like I said, I don't like having it on the hip because passengers may see that. But if you're pinned between the car and maybe you got some type of cup holders or something on the side of your car, it can pin the firearm up against it. If somebody has you in a headlock or something, you may not be able to reach over and get to it if it's on your hip. Now, appendix carry, for some of you folks who favor appendix carry, that can work, having it down in your belt strap while you're driving. The only issue with appendix carry for big guys like myself, you got a little bit of stomach, you ain't got a six-pack, having a firearm, a piece of metal there all day can be very uncomfortable. So having said that, appendix carry, while it can work, can become extremely uncomfortable. And if anything is uncomfortable, it's going to increase your incentive not to use it. You don't like the print of a gun in your damn belly all the time, so you may start leaving the house sometimes and not using it and things like that. So you certainly want something that's comfortable to carry. I strongly believe an ankle holster on your non-dominant leg makes it pretty easy. I can lift my left knee up and grab it with my right hand regardless of what's being done. As long as they're not holding my damn arms, I can lift, because they're not going to grab your legs. If somebody's coming at you from behind, that's you're pinned under the steering wheel. Nobody gives a damn about your legs. That's where the gun is. Or in some cases, you can keep something maybe tucked under your thigh against the seat. That's also a decent place to carry. However, you get out and go to the gas station or something like that, you tend to forget that is there, and you may get out the vehicle and there goes your firearm on the ground or something like that, and you don't want the attention that may come with that. So I'm a strong fan of simply having it on the non-dominant leg and an ankle holster. What about you folks? We don't have to necessarily discuss if we're armed, but if you were, so to speak, to carry, where would you recommend that firearm be placed? Remember, it's all just if I was carrying. You don't have to come out and say these things, because we know the ride-sharing companies prefer drivers not be armed. You can be deactivated from the app carrying a firearm. Nevertheless, if you don't carry one, you can be deactivated from life. Fuck that. So understand, regardless of what Uber or Lyft may tell you to do, you need to do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, they don't give a shit about you. Remember, I told you before, they're not even going to send flowers to your funeral if something happens. Think about that while deciding to protect yourself or not. In this case, though, fanny pack, a absolute no-no. Purse, whatever the case may be. A lot of females like to carry in their purse and things like that. This is close quarters combat, folks. If someone decides to bestow violence upon you while you're in your vehicle, this is very close quarters combat. You don't have time to reach for bags, unzip shit, open up glove compartments or center consoles or any of that. You need something you can pull out and start utilizing very, very quick. So just imagine your seat is the only place in this vehicle. Everything you have needs to be accessible from that seat without reaching anywhere else in the car. Because during some type of conflict, you may not have the ability to reach over, reach behind, reach under, or anything like that. Just want to provide that to you. And last but not least, don't ever have goods in your vehicle that a passenger can even get access to. We understand a lot of passengers out here, not only do they not want to pay for the damn trip, they will steal shit out of your vehicle. Passengers will take shit out of your cars. Sure, a lot of you folks, if you feel like stating in the comments, many of you have probably had shit taken out of your car. It happens. But as always, keep your defensive tools on you. Stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. We'll see you in the next video.